all action films aren't the same, or at least they shouldn't be. And this felt like it had a heart to it. And I read it, and I really thought that it's going to depend a lot on the chemistry between the two characters of Torrance and Gaspar. So, and I know Jerry's work as an actor, and I thought it'd be a great opportunity to sort of come up with something that could actually be a very fun project and a very fun movie. I play Gaspar, who is a guy who's being extradited um, from extradited to Canada, and he's coming on the plane, and you know, no one knows what he did per se. It's said that he did something, that he killed someone. That's what he's been accused of. The character is basically being brought in a stand trial for something he did many years ago. So he's a very mysterious character, and essentially he's supposed to be brought to stand trial. And him being dangerous, he sits at the back of the plane, away from the other passengers, in handcuffs, but very discreet. He's not wearing anything. He's not in prison garb or anything like that. And there's a person assigned to him to make sure he stays out of the way. And of course, when the plane crashes, then they have a problem on their hands because the security guy died in the plane crash, and my guy survived. So now they have something to deal with. I thought it was a great opportunity to play, to get a chance to work with Jerry. I think, he's been around doing these kind of films, or films of this nature, for a while. He's always had a good knack for comedy, romance, and things of that nature. But this action genre for him is really a sweet spot. And I think having him play the captain and playing a guy I don't think he's played before, someone who's in a sense outmatched in the film, in over his head, someone who didn't expect this to happen. Most of his characters are meeting danger head on, and very prepared for it. In this case, he wasn't. And so that's where my character comes in, a reluctant guy who does have a certain a certain set of skills, as they say, but reluctant to use them because he's more selfish. He's trying to, look out for himself. And so this is where the two things sort of work out in terms of his motivation, Jerry's motivation, his character, to help his crew and his cabin of passengers, and my sort of reluctant nature, but finding connection with his character and his passion for wanting to save these people, and that sort of bond sort of happens quickly, and it sort of develops throughout the film. Initially, when Torrance and Gaspar break away from the group, their main objective is to find a way to communicate and to talk to the airline, and just to find out how to get in contact with them so they can disclose where they are, tell everyone their location, try to get help, try to get rescuers. What they find is that they're really in a hostile environment. Their lives are at stake because they basically find evidence that people have been tortured and killed, and they're dealing with people who are not kind, and it turns up the tension because ultimately, my character, Gaspar, has been in this kind of situation before, wartime, dealing with insurgents, people who have weapons, and people who will kill you and don't have don't care, and will do it in a moment's notice. But Torrance's character being the hero that he really is underneath it all, being the quote unquote madman that he really is underneath this exterior of this sort of casual run of the mill pilot. He was determined to save his passengers because it was like an obligation. I could just leave, it doesn't behoove me to stick around. I don't know these people, nor should I care particularly. And my priority should just be getting myself some freedom. At this point, I could sort of pick freedom at any moment. And I stick with this character of Torrance throughout the journey, trying to make sure that he's okay and to make sure that he gets back to his family because I know he has one. So I sort of, I have concern and I have an investment in his character, and by default, I have an investment in the passengers, and I see that it's necessary that I try to help him. Challenges in terms of Puerto Rico and what it's given to us, and the challenges are gifts in some ways. I mean, the heat, the elements, the unforgiving sun. I mean, many days we were out shooting on location, and we were small, in the low 100s, That's with the humidity. I mean, the humidity is just unbelievable. We were supposed to be in the Philippines, obviously, and this is substituting for the Philippines. And the one time that I was in the Philippines, I remember the humidity, and I remember it was August, and I remember the heat. It was so strong, and it was like pea soup outside. You could feel it. You could feel it in the air. But yeah, I think Puerto Rico has been really great in helping us with this film and giving it a feel that we were so desperately looking for. And we had options, but I think Puerto Rico's been the perfect location for us.